welcome to this Chit Chat. The most recent song that I posted is called The Alchemist, and it's about my experience of working through my emotions and my inner struggles and things like that, and seeing them from a higher perspective. So, and the evolution that came from that, the change within me that came from that, that's mainly what that song is about, really, is being new, you know, being a new creation and having worked through all of those shadows. And so, but there was a process to that. So I wrote some stuff down. This is my prayer journal, thoughts, dreams and prayers. So I did this independently, with my only mentor being God. So I'm not entirely sure if I did the I'm not entirely sure I alchemized the right way, or if there was is a right way. But I've written some stuff down of the stages and things, so it's a bit more coherent. Is that the right? I think that's the word I'm meaning. Anyway, so the first stage of alchemy is calcination. In a spiritual way, this is like burning away the old. So I have written, I identified my lack of self-worth and self-belief was holding me back to the point I couldn't even make friends. I was stuck in the belief that I wasn't worthy of life and others thought the same, that I was a depressed waste incapable of change. I discovered within myself one of the roots to this deception came from the absence of my father. So that's calcination, identifying within you what is not beneficial, healthy and good for you. What needs to go is the identification of that stuff and burning it away. And then the second stage is dissolution, breaking away from old identity. By examining how my lack of self-worth was impacting the people around me, I could see it had made me a less helpful, less present, and more defensive person. I would hide myself through fear of more rejection, but I was certain would happen. So that's number 2. Stage 3, coagulation, grounding, implementing practical solutions. So this is more of a practical go do something about it stage. Solutions according to internal discoveries. I studied neural pathways, how to change my thinking, how to clear stagnant energy in an intentional and specifically direct way. So yeah, after I kind of saw how my lack of confidence and lack of self-worth was truly impacting me, I went into study of how can I change that? How can I boost my confidence? How can I change the way I view myself, and how can I change the way I think? So things I just want to make this point because I am a believer in Jesus, but I wouldn't, I trust him and I have faith that he would pull me away from these things. So I did things like Reiki, chakra meditations, ecstatic dance, and all of those things were so immensely beneficial for me, okay? They really were. They really, really were. Look, religion is man-made, relationship is God-given, yeah? Okay? Anyway, journaling and prayer helped me to clear the mental fog and narrative, whereas the more bodily/physical actions I took cleared away the tension and trauma stored in my physical vessel. And the 4th stage of alchemy is called sublimination. And this is about rising above, seeing from a higher perspective. Through prayer and meditation, I was able to see the absence of my father as a potential blessing in disguise. My father was very sick with addiction, from what I have been told by family members, and his addiction caused him to become not himself. I did not have to witness that. I did not have to see my father at his worst. Due to his absence, he can be, in my mind's eye, the father I always wanted. His memory, although technically I have none, is untainted. So that's my stage 4 of sublimation. Stage 5 is called mortification. This is about going deeper into your shadows and examining exactly what you need to let go. Specifically that things that do not serve the greater good, stripping away of the old to make way for the new. And this can be quite uncomfortable. It involves you kind of sitting in your darkness. Number 6 is separation, and this is distinguishing true and false. What is in alignment with your true nature and your true self, and what is deception and a lie to draw you away from who you truly are. So number 6, my father didn't leave. He was taken away through deportation. He loved me, but he was sick. His absence is not a reflection of his love for me, but of his own inner turmoil and battles that he struggled with. I was a child, and the situation was out of my control. Because, you know, for a little bit, I kind of blame myself for not reaching out to him, but I was 10 when he died. I was never in a position to be able to take those steps, you know? I was a child. So I forgive myself for that and understand that it was out of my control. The situation was out of my control. Because of my realizations, I am able to make choices based on the truth that my life has value and that I am worthy of happiness and love. Number 7, conjunction. It's about joining with your true nature. So I feel I've done this just by making videos like this and just by posting on my Facebook, my Instagram, and by sharing my music. And I have studio time booked. Whoop whoop. I have studio time booked, so I'm gonna be back in the studio pretty soon. But just doing those things, I feel they're in alignment with my soul. That's what I want to be doing. And no matter how many likes I get, it will still ignite my inner passion. You know, it will still make me feel fulfilled because I'm taking the actions that I feel I need to be taking in accordance with who I truly am. So, yeah, like I say, I did this independently. So I'm not sure if I did it right or if there is a right way to do it, but I did it and it helped. So that is Alchemical Process. And my song, The Alchemist, is about all of that. It's about my successful journey in that. I don't think this is a case of we're ever evolving, you know what I mean? And then life will throw more things at you. You will have more experiences that need to be alchemized, more emotions that need to be processed. So it's not a case of like, oh, I'm fixed now, I'm all done. No, it doesn't quite work like that, unfortunately. Anyway, so I hope that's somehow helpful. Talk to me in the comments. Someone talk to me in the comments about this stuff. I don't know if I did it right. Even if I did it wrong, it still helped. Okay, it still made a massive difference in my life and all, it still helped. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Mwah, love you. Bye!